Thank you for your patience. We're getting just about set up here. And welcome to Speed Gaming Live 2021, the marathon. We do have tournaments going on our other channels, but Speed Gaming 2, we're going to be doing a marathon, taking us through the weekend and into next week. Now, we are raising money for the Speed Gaming Live 2022 prize pools, and you can nominate games you want to see featured in next year's tournaments. Of course, at the same time, you can also pick any of the different donation incentives we have for runs, and you'll have a chance of winning any of the different prizes we have for donations like perlers and t-shirts, things like that. Coming up now, we have Sonic and Knuckles run. It's going to be HUDs giving us a hopefully a strong run out of here. We've got Jimmy Diamonds and Teej performing commentary. Y'all have a good run and good luck.
Thank you very much, Top Man. Yes, hello everyone, my name is huds601. You've just seen the first half of this complete game, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. You saw None to One running Sonic 3. I'm going to be running the second half of the game for you, Sonic and Knuckles, and we're going to be doing this one as Knuckles. Before we get underway, I'd love to introduce my wonderful commentators you heard earlier. We have the ever-lovely Teej.
Hello.
Who's back again, and we have the incredible hype man who is Jimmy Diamonds.
I mean, you're completely setting me up for a fool now, man. It's 10:30 in the evening. I can't be too loud. There's children involved, pal. There's children.
We're going to be doing quiet hype. We're going to be doing the quiet hype. I'm not going to be talking much during this run because I have two incredible commentators with me. Also, I'm still recovering from the flu a little bit. My throat's a bit tickly, and if I talk too much, I'm probably going to end up setting myself off. So, without further ado, let's get this run underway. We are going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, and here we go. First level, Mushroom Hill 1. Right, so traditionally, if you're playing this game casually, you'd be taking the loop to your right, but Nux here, with a little bit of crafty gameplay, can do a super glide right up to top route there and get on Sonic's path. Quite clever, if I do say.
Here's a gorgeous little strategy, yeah, certainly a lovely little one. You also saw Huds do, whilst he was climbing the wall, that's one of Knuckles' additional abilities that he has in comparison to Sonic. He can climb walls as well as glide. You can notice him, he's going to be jumping and kind of tapping against the wall very, very quickly instead of doing a full climbing. He went into a doorway!
Into the bonus stage!
No, Huds, what are you doing? Oh, that's a fantastic start. Huds, I love you so much. You mean everything to me. Wonderful. You want to try and avoid going into those large golden rings because they get you into special stages, and special stages waste time in Sonic games by a huge amount. Fortunately, with Sonic 3 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Sonic and Knuckles, etc., you could just run yourself into a red sphere and you can cancel it out, but there's still waste a little bit of time there. What I was saying a few moments ago, when Knuckles is climbing a wall, you can kind of feather your jumps against the side of the wall, and that allows you to climb a little bit faster. It's only a small increase in speed in comparison to just holding up the climb, but it's still a little bit of an increase nonetheless, and that's the important bit there. We've just gone through a really, really difficult stage very, very quickly, even with that mistake going into the special stage. We go on the first boss now. Huds has the fire shield, which is going to protect him from the fire that's coming out of the robot's bum. The robot is dead, which is nice and quick.
And considering that he went into the bonus stage and because of that lost his speed shoes, 111 is not actually a bad time.
That could have been a nice amount of rings.
That could have been, yeah, very nice amount of rings actually. Good spot. All right, coming into Mushroom Hill 2, he's going to want to go over the spikes. He's going up here, a little jump up there, and he's going to like do a little glide off the enemy there, and spin dash, jump up onto this here, and spin dash again, climbing up this little section here, and doing a little hop.
Fast climbs, beautiful,
yep.
Beautiful.
Oh, very nice. Doing a little hop over Mushroom Mike there. We hate Mushroom Mike, don't we? We hate Mushroom Mike.
Yeah, the only mic you really want to have is the one that you're speaking into, or Magic Mike. Really good film.
Oh yeah, Magic Mike. Yeah, actually, Magic Mike is a decent film. I never thought I would say that, but yeah, it is a decent film. And coming in,
the stage, he's just playing it by itself, just holding down a couple of jumps, and yeah, it's a nice respite from the carnage that can be Mushroom Hill 1, which is surprisingly difficult. Great jump there from Huds, going past the pulley system and using the climb ability to get up there much, much quicker. Coming on to the second boss in the game, he's going to try and jump in to get into the boss's hitbox, do a spin dash. That's good.
Very nicely done. All 6 hits he needed there. 2 more. Lovely. Very nice boss. Very nice boss. And that's going to be a sub 110. Yeah, 109.
know what? Really well done from Huds there. Really, really well done. Little bit of history towards Sonic and Knuckles. This cartridge was released, I believe it was 1994, and it was the only cartridge for the Mega Drive / Genesis, if you are in the US, to have a lock-on technology, which means it can have other games plugged into the top of it. That includes Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 to give you essentially brand new games. Sonic 2 will give you Sonic 2 with Knuckles. Plugging in Sonic 3 will give you the full Sonic 3 and Knuckles experience. You can plug in other Mega Drive cartridges, but that will just give you Blue Sphere games.
Yeah, as intended. Yeah. No pun, by the way. No pun intended there. But yeah. So for those who don't know, obviously this is Glitchless run. But at the beginning of Flying Battery 1, you can do a glitch called We Dub as intended, just because it is very much not intended.
Big glide coming out now, all bouncing against the platform. Just missed a little big glide there. That was a bit unfortunate, but that's not so bad. Nice recovery there from the lovely, amazing Hudster.
Yep, he still might be able to make the 35-second cycle platform here. So these platforms that go up and down, they are on a global cycle, whereas these little orange things going around right now are on a camera cycle. So you can manipulate, if your movement is right, you can manipulate them to get like the perfect cycle. So you can have a very easy room of doom, as we call it.
Yeah, went through the room of doom really nice and easily here. The Flying Battery stage is a big jump in difficulty from Mushroom Hill. Even though the first Mushroom Hill is actually a surprisingly tough stage, very technical stage, Flying Battery, big difficulty spike. Lots of things can crush you, and they are relentless in trying to crush you. However, if you can try and preempt some of the more dangerous sections of the game, it does become significantly easier. Has just taken a damage boost there to get through nice and quick. Lovely jump up there to climb up on the wall. Use the lovely feathered attack to get feather jumps to get up the wall a lot quicker. Spin dashing against these spikes to drop to the bottom path, dodging the giant ring. Good stuff there, Huds. Remember, you don't want to pick up the giant rings. They will put you to a special stage. Remember, Huds. And now we're coming on to the first boss of Flying Battery, which is the Stop Hitting Yourself boss, also known as Mr. Tickles. And essentially, you want to make sure that you're on top of the boss. Wait until the spike ball is about to smack on top of his head and he hits himself as long as you dash off. There is a pattern that Huds is trying to follow. Left, right.
Left, right, left.
Right, left. There we go. It's late in the evening, deal with it. But he probably is going to take damage at the very end of this boss, so he can adhere to the RTA minus time bonus rules of the speedrun. Teach, you want to tell us a little bit about RTA minus time bonus?
So yes, RTA minus time bonus is exactly how it sounds. So it's real-time attack, which is just the real time that counts up, minus when the time bonus, not the ring bonus, the time bonus counts down. So Hud's losing his rings there intentionally to make sure that the ring bonus is smaller than the time bonus so that he doesn't waste any more time than necessary.
Beautifully described there, Teach. I'm very impressed by your knowledge of the game. Hud's lovely little spin dash to get on to the weird corkscrew things. The corkscrews are a little bit misleading in this game because there's a couple of scary sections. However, they are camera based. So as long as, again, as I said earlier, if you preempt where you are in the stage, you can get past those relatively straightforwardly. Is that a word, straightforwardly?
Straightforwardly, we're going to go with it now.
Yeah,
we're going to go with it now.
However, we're about to see, there we go, lovely spin dash there. No danger from us doing the spin dash through there. As long as he spin dash through, then there wasn't going to get crushed whatsoever, even though that section does scare a lot of people, especially where they're playing it casually there.
Just getting subpixeled there, like that can happen even on that like straight bit of platform there. You can get subpixeled and just brings your spin dash to a dead stop. Oh, just fell a bit short there. For those who play S3K, they will know that Flying Battery 1 and Flying Battery 2 are probably the two scariest levels in the game, and it's because of those two things right there. Not just them, but just those crushers in general. And there's 4 more just coming up down here. And they have been known to steal many a run. Just because.
Steve.
Yep, shout outs to our celebrity of the run, Spider Steve.
The most important character in all of Sonic canon.
Yep.
Because I believe that without Spider Steve, you can't actually complete the game. Good spin dash there from
that was very good
where the platforms were going to be. He went past a couple of crushers that are very notorious for squishing you to your untimely doom. And Huds knowing the game like the back of his hand. I've never seen the back of Huds' hand, but I'm pretty sure he knows what it looks like. And he was able to get past that little section without any issues. The boss now is going to take around 30 seconds, just spin dashing back and forth, avoiding the laser at the top of the screen. If you have any announcements at this time, this is probably a good time to do so.
Sure, let's take a moment and talk about the incentives coming up. Now, that incentive to add Tails to Sonic 1 Forever, it's coming to a close quick. We're still $40 off from adding that to the game. Afterwards, the next incentives we have are Ninja Gaiden Black costume choice, and you can choose, or rather wager, between Black Falcon, Dragon Muscle, Red Muffler, Dead or Alive, or the classic blue uniform.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Yeah, if you want to see me suffer in Sonic 1 Forever, meet that incentive, because Tails is literally the great orange hindrance and does not make my life any easier. Whoops.
Oh,
no.
Looks like HUDs might.
no space.
No. No.
No space.
No.
Oh, HUDs, no space.
Oh no!
Run's
very
dead.
disappointed.
Always
Absolutely
in the marathon runs. Oh, someone
Then you
explain.
get tube. Then you get tube.
Yeah, what can happen there if you climb that little climb faster than the game expects you to? The sky doesn't quite catch, because you can see the sky is kind of scrolling with Knuckles and with the rest of the stage, but if you do it a bit too quick, the sky doesn't catch you, and therefore you see lovely black space in the distance. Now HUDs has hit the boss 3 times already. He's going to take a damage boost here. He's going to get into a really nice precise spot. 1, 2, 3 times a Robotnik destroying. Perfectly done there. There's a very, very small pixel window there for Knuckles to land, so we can make sure that that boss can get killed in a very, very early cycle there. Really well done there, HUDs. Really, really well done.
So you'll notice here that unlike in Nun's Sonic 3 run, HUDs isn't resetting to skip cutscenes, and that's because Sonic and Knuckles doesn't have a save system. Just didn't include it for some reason. So you have to watch. You have to watch all the cutscenes.
Mm-hmm. But some of the cutscenes always look good in these games. They
do,
are
yeah.
Very characterful, stylish, lovely.
Fine.
And to be fair, Nux's cutscenes are usually a lot quicker than Sonic's.
HUD's having a bit of trouble here in his absolutely favourite stage in all of Sonic history, which is Sandopolis 1. We're not going to get too much into the details about that because we don't want to watch Sandopolis 8 times. However, Sandopolis is a bit of a technical stage. It's a really fun stage, however, there's a lot of cycles involved. And if you miss one cycle, it's not just a case of that you may lose 6 seconds, because most of the crushes and the sliders that are around here have about a 6-second cycle. That may mess up your timing to get to the next cycle, which be another 6 seconds loss, which may mess up your timing for the next cycle, etc, etc. And it can build and build and build. And sometimes, where you may be going into the stage in pretty good pace, a couple of mistakes, it's a bye-bye to a run. But HUDs is making light work of
he's
this stage.
done very well to catch up there. So the first cycle that HUD's made there, what you ideally aim to make is the 20-second cycle to the first cycle. It's very, very tight, so usually people make the 24-second cycle. But each cycle costs you 6 seconds because of how the other pillar works. It's like an extra 2 seconds before you can jump over it. And HUD's made it to the boss room at 1 minute 4, which is he's caught up well there on trying to make the extra cycles that he can.
I mean, frankly, he has played this stage so many times in the last year and a bit. If he didn't know those cycles, I'd be really disappointed with him. We, of course, have Dwayne The Rock Chungus on the screen, about to drop a people's elbow into the sand, into Doom. Lovely stuff. And you see that HUDs has tried to get to this far right on the screen as possible after killing the boss. That's because after this stage completes, Knuckles has to walk to the door that he's standing right next to, and if you're as far left on the stage as you can possibly be when the stage ends, it takes longer to walk to that bit. It's just a little bit of an optimization here and there, but lots of little optimizations build up to lots of good time saves. Has he got a good cycle to jump over a crusher? Not quite the decent cycle to jump over the crusher, but that's not so bad. A couple of seconds lost there, and it's going to be spin dashing through into Sandopolis 2 with the Sando Police having a bit of an issue. Is he not going to get through the little sand trap there? Taking a few seconds out, losing a little bit more time, but that's not so bad. Knuckles' version of the game events take place after Sonic's. So in Sonic's game, you'll hit that capsule and then you'll release a ghost. But the ghosts are already out in Knuckles 1 because the capsule's already been hit, because Sonic did it a little bit earlier. Going to skip a little bit of the stage here. Yeah, using the climbability to jump up underneath the platform. Oh yeah, even though the game run is glitchless, you can go from the bottom up through platforms. If you go from the top down through a platform, it's classed as a glitch. Please don't do that, but glitchless, you can go up through platforms, not an issue.
So, in my opinion, this particular level, Sandopolis 2, is the best level to display Nux's skill set, because there is climbing and gliding everywhere in this level. There's a lot of room for just fast climbs.
Yeah, and you'll see
It's a really fun level to play.
You'll see a really useful use of one of his not quite as well sung abilities with the glide cancel, excuse me. So Nux can cancel his glide, and that brings him to a dead stop, no matter where he is, even if it's on a bit of a slope. So you're going to see Huds in a few moments' time, after going through these lovely climbs onto the sand pillar, jumping up to the top to slide across and glide across to the next section of the stage. Lovely stuff. You're going to see him land on a slope and spin dash from the slope to get to a part of the stage that he's not really meant to get to with Knuckles' ability. Because Knuckles also has a much lower jump than Sonic. So though he does have great super glide there from Huds, bouncing off the monitor box to get a little bit higher up. But yeah, he's going to see in a few seconds' time he's going to get himself... I'm a little bit ahead of myself, aren't I? Excuse me. So we're going to see another one of the super glides in a few seconds off this monitor box. There we go.
It's just too high.
Just pinged by the spikes. Lucky he didn't get crushed there. But yeah, usually we take that bubble shield monitor and just super glide over and just sort of like glide off some sunshine. And onto the sand pits. And then there's just this tricky little spin dash here. You need to basically have like a good spin dash.
Oh, beautifully done there. It's gorgeous stuff.
First time.
So because Knuckles can cancel his glide and it stops him dead, you can stop dead on that slope, and you've just got enough height to be able to do a decent spin dash, or perfect spin dash, to get up to the top of those platforms. Otherwise, Knuckles isn't going to be able to get to that section. Coming on to the boss, going to try and knock open the rock section here, land there, spin dash through, get pushed out, and repeat ad infinitum. Hopefully not dying. Come take this curse.
Actually not a bad boss. Apart from that damage there, that was not a bad boss.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Not so bad going at the end of Sandopolis 2. How are you feeling so far, Huds, except for a bad throat?
No, the run's going pretty well actually so far. Most of the time loss was early on, but yeah, it's going smooth. Right, I'm glad it's going smooth because there's no continues in Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. If you game over, that's it. You can't pick it back up. All right, this is Lava Reef. Best level in the game, in my opinion.
Oh, spicy opinion.
But there. Also, for Nux, the hardest. Because you've got plenty of awkward cycles. Yeah. As you can see, you put 1 foot wrong and you get heavily punished.
Oh my word, Huds, what are you doing to my blood pressure?
All my cycles are wrong.
I didn't realise I could be that high pitched.
Oh, that was a very risky spin dash over those... under that spike platform there.
Yeah, exactly as Huds and Tej have mentioned. There's quite a lot of stages in Sonic and Knuckles that are based on global and local cycles. Messing up a couple of those cycles can be a pretty dangerous thing to do so. But yeah, it's a really interesting run to... I'm trying to think of the right word. To play catch up with. You know, because you have to react. It's not something that you can just memorize movements and go, oh no, this is fine. Quite often you do have to react to even a small mistake, and it can cause so much of an impact going forward. It's a really interesting thing to watch as well as run. Yeah,
like so with a lot of levels you could just get away with pure muscle memory alone. But levels like this, you need to have like you need to be sort of like hyper aware. So this boss here, Heat Arms. Basically, the objective is try and destroy these arms here as quickly as possible, and that will spawn the hand a lot quicker. So the hand bobs 5 times. Sorry, just letting Huds count there. That hand bobs 5 times, then you do a jump, and then you can bounce on it 3 times per cycle.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Huds made sure here that he killed the boss in a very specific position there. As you may have noticed on a couple of the stages, once you've killed the boss, you'll see a signpost fall down from the top of the stage. Now, when the signpost falls down, it's going to hit the ground, it's going to bounce a couple of times. Every now and again, as long as the signpost lands in the correct position... Oh my god!
Oh, that was so risky. That was
Yeah,
so
some-
risky. Right. So I can't overstate how much you need a fire shield for this level.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't have a fire shield, kiss goodbye to about 30 seconds.
Oh my god, Huds, what was that? That hurt to watch. As T just mentioned, having a fire shield is really important. The easiest way to get a fire shield coming into Lava Reef 2 is by making sure that you are going to kill the boss of Lava Reef 1 in that exact position. Because when the signpost falls down, it's going to bring up a monitor box which includes a fire shield. Pop that box open and then you can avoid the majority of the really, really dangerous obstacles that happen in the stage, like those lovely flamethrowers. Yeah, because we know that fire's not something that you want to play with, but apparently Robotnik didn't realise that when he set up Lava Reef Act 2. You know what, after that like really, really tense moment where you nearly got bodied at the start, Huds, you're actually doing pretty well on this one so far.
Oh, just losing the fire shield here. Okay, so
It's not the end
So
of the
I
world.
regret saying anything.
yeah. So here's what you mean. Like, so you can damage boost. You still lose a little bit of time doing that. But that's where like having a fire shield is optimal because you don't have to wait on any of these like flamethrowers.
Yeah, cycles, man. It's all about cycles. And Huds is getting very close to getting to the start of the next stage in the game. The most amazing thing that you're ever going to see, potentially a world record. Are we going to see a world record?
Are we going to see a world record? Can Huds shine with the best of the best? That's a bit tight. That's a bit tight.
Oh, it's close. No!
No juice.
Huds!
No juice
It
today.
That's
it
hidden
did not
palace.
get any juice. So it's like a little, I would say, sort of like a meme amongst our community about the 8-second hidden palace, and it was our dear beloved Meg Speedy who started that off. Shout outs to Meg Speedy.
Oh,
Huds
dear.
has got to be really careful here because you only get 3 rings to actually complete Sky Sanctuary, which is actually the last stage of Knuckles' run. And now he has to go through Super Mecha Sonic, the final section of the game with absolutely 0 rings. It's relatively safe as long as Huds doesn't make a single mistake. It's not really that safe in the first place. Mecha Sonic is going to stand again in the top left corner. He's going to either shoot some fireballs or he's going to swoop. So Huds has got to be really careful. Jump up here, spin dash, dash away, get a couple of hits in. 1, 2, 3, 3F. Great.
Ironically, the first phase of this boss is harder than this phase.
But
I'd
he could
agree.
lose a lot of time. Are we going to see a swoop?
Oh.
We see a swoop. That's a shame. Shame about the swoop, but we're getting very, very close on time, provided that Mecha Sonic does not swoop again. He doesn't swoop again, that's good. Just a couple more careful jumps, a few more hits. 1, 2,
And last
maybe
hit coming up.
3 times.
Okay.
Perfect.
And time is on fade out to white.
Time.
Time.
2102. Not a bad run of Sonic.
Not
Knuckles,
bad
I
at
think.
all. Not bad at all. GG, my dude.
Always a little
Well done,
bit
Huds.
sketchy doing that final boss with no rings. While the second phase is much easier, as you guys were both saying, it's still not without its potential pitfalls. That the swoops, by the way, for anyone wondering, is pure RNG. There's no way to manipulate that. I think the most we've seen in one consistent run was 8 in a row, which was most unfortunate.
I can chime in with some info on that.
Go on.
So his swoops are based on console on time.
What?
Yep. Yep. Of all things, I know. And that's shout outs to HDL for that info. That was something I picked up from watching one of his old videos.
So basically RNG because
Yeah.
console on time, you know, because the consoles are just cycling so many times a second. It's practically impossible to judge it. So that's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But it's really well done, great run there. 2102, you said?
2102 RTA, yeah, 2056 IGT. Oh, sorry, RTA minus TB, I should say. Chaps, do either of you have any shout outs? Jimmy, do you want to go first?
I'd like to shout out huds601. Tej, everyone else in the Sonic speedrunning community, Bitmap Bureau, you guys are legends. My lovely wife, who I adore very much, and the rest of my family, you're amazing.
I obviously want to shout out you two, Huds and Jimmy, two of my, like I would say, my best mates in this in this community that we've got. Shout outs to my son, obviously, as well. The jail gang, everyone in Huds' Discord, just the sort of classic Sonic community at large, really. You're all pretty good people, to be fair. So that's me.
Lovely. And just from me, I just want to say a huge thank you firstly to my two commentators, Tej and Jimmy Diamonds, both fantastic people, incredible people. Thank you for coming on to commentate for this run today, chaps. Shout out to the whole Sonic speedrun community, especially the classic Sonic speedrun community as well. You know, I love the classic games. It's what I play, it's what I do, it's what I speedrun. If you want to come and see more of that, come drop me a follow on twitch.tv/huds601. Shout outs to Mrs. Huds, who I always forget to shout out despite having done numerous marathon runs now. Love her to bits. And also to everyone who's you know, a part of my community, to all the people that are in my Discord, to all the people that watch me regularly. You know, I love doing this. I love, you know, showing off these speedruns for you guys. It's honestly an absolute honor to be able to do this, you know, with you all. You know, I always say that you guys are there with me when I do these runs, and that's so true. You know, you make it worthwhile for me, so thank you all very much. I've got another run coming up next, so I'm going to hand back to Toddman, and we're going to get set up. So Toddman, over to you.
Huds, GG.
Thank you.
That was a clinching run, let's put it that way. It looked like there was a couple of different mistakes you had to overcome, and you did a great job with it. All right. So, coming up next is going to be Huds again, running Sonic 1 Forever. Now, we did not meet that incentive for Tails, so good news there. You get to run it with just Sonic.
So much easier.
Yeah.
Absolute fortune.
So I'm going to go ahead and get us to cut over to setup. We'll get all set up and be right back with y'all shortly. Thanks for being here.